Yes. Good morning, guys. My name is Amotayo. I'm performing a song titled We Found Love this morning to all the lovers in the house, wherever you are. Yeah. I hope you like it. Let's do this.
You can go. That's what I'm talking about.
Been searching all around the world. Oh, yeah. Been checking with the little girls. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been waiting. I've been praying. I searched my heart and searched my soul. Something was missing and I know it wasn't you. Hey, you're me. I know it took so long, but since you came along, girl, you changed my world. I found you. You found me. We found love. We found love. I found you. You found me. We found love. We found. Ìfẹ́ tó dùn. Ìfẹ́ tàwa. Ìfẹ́ tó dùn. Joyin lọ. Been searching with love, girl. Oh, I've been waiting. I've been praying. I searched my heart and searched my soul. Something was missing and I know it wasn't you. It's amazing what you are, how you make me feel. You are my hero, you are my star. I can't help but think if you never came my way, I can't imagine life without you for a single day. me, material, even though it took so long, I'm so glad I found you. You found me. We found love. We found love. I found you. You found me. We found love. Ìfẹ́ tó dùn, joy in love. Oh, oh. Thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria.
Fantastic. That was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I have a thing for a great voice, and honestly, that was just too good for words.
Thank you so much.
I'm really impressed.
Thank you,
I'm playing your song on my radio show. I'll show you of that. It's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so music. Wow. Where did you learn to sing that good?
Well, like the cliche, we all started in church.
Ah,
so.
yeah. It is a cliche.
Yeah.
Okay.
So music has been a part of my everyday since I was little. I remember when I was small, I used to sort of, would I say, steal my dad's records. Oh. My dad used to listen to the likes of Michael
now your dad knows.
Michael Bolton, Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, Luther Vandross, B.B. King, and on and so on.
You want to start rapping for me?
Sorry.
No, you have the stance of someone who wants to rap. So you want to rap?
No, I don't rap. I don't do that.
So you sing so well.
Yeah, thank you
Is
very
there
much.
anything that inspires you? You know, we all have things that make us want to do stuff. What is it for you?
Well, I think it's okay. My message is most of the time I talk about love. I talk about I sing about domestic violence.
You
I sing
do?
about, yeah, songs that like child abuse.
Can you give me a verse of a domestic violence song?
Okay. I heard that you settled down. You're married now, 2 kids and a fancy house, just like we planned. And I heard he don't treat you like I used to do. He hurts you,
Then why did you leave
hurts
Anna?
you, and it makes you cry. You know, life happens, so yeah.
So, but what are you going to do in that kind of situation?
I'm
There's
sorry,
nothing. You can
I
just pray
can't do
for her.
anything. That's all I can do. I can just pray that she.
But you broke her heart too. You left her.
No, I didn't.
Is it your story?
No, it's not my story.
You have to quickly think.
So what I do is I try and live in every moment, you know. So I pay attention to stories that I've heard, that people have experienced, plus a little bit of my story, because I feel like if the stories are just my story, then what story am I actually telling? I mean, it's not going to be down to earth. So it's better I tell stories of people around me and my story, so people can relate to that.
Are you a big fan of 90s music?
Yes, I do.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite person in the 90s?
Oh, 90s. I'm talking about 90s. Well, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, those people.
Mariah Carey, Celine Dion. Yeah. Okay, really great to have you here.
Thank you so
Fantastic
much.
Voice.
Thanks for having me.
Well done.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
it's about time for me to hand you over to Yomi and Titi.
Amazing stuff.
Beautiful voice, beautiful voice.
Amazing. Sounded like a little bit like Wanye Morris from the 90s.
Or like a Maxwell kind of voice.
Yeah, Maxwell.
Or The Weeknd. Yeah, I'm listening to The Weeknd these days. Yeah. I like those songs. Okay, so let's stop gushing about music. My radio days seem to be over. Let's find out what's happening in the kitchen. Something baking, people? Something baking?
Yes, it's something is still baking. And if you're just joining us, we are making fudge brownies. Yes, earlier on, Tolu, tell us, for the benefit of those who's just joining us, tell us again what's the difference between brownies and cookies.
Like I said before, brownie is the, let's just say, the cross between cookies and cake. Okay. Cake is fluffy, cookies are hard, brownie is the middle. It's fudge, moist, hard, soft. It's just middle. Just middle.
All right. So take us through the process once again. I know that right now, what's the mix?
Yeah, so we melted together butter, sugar, and cocoa powder.
Okay.
We added eggs. So after melting it, we added eggs, then the flour. Then at the end of it, we put in some chopped chocolate just to have that crunch. By the time you bite into it, it's nothing major. Mix it up together and pop it into the oven.
All right. So since this is baking, we are baking. How come the baking powder is the missing ingredient here?
Well, it depends. You know, like there are different recipes. Like recipes with baking powder, there are recipes with baking soda. They are all leaveners just to make the batter rise. Okay. But in this recipe, I put in 3 eggs. 3 eggs. Eggs are also a form of riser.
Okay.
Sort of. So I put in 3 eggs, so there's really no need for baking powder. And there are some recipes where when you put in baking powder, you put in baking soda as well, because there are chemicals that need to interact. We don't use yeast, so that's what we have to use for our cakes to rise. But for brownie, in this case, we don't need that. We don't need rising. We need the top to be very crusty and you know, dense. We need it to be dense so we can chew in it.
All right. I also noticed that you put in some chocolates. What's the
Yeah,
Why?
so I just, because some people put in nuts. They put in walnuts, almonds, just for the crunch. Because, you know, you're having something dense and chocolatey. You want to, like, bite and
feel something.
Yes, feel something. But in this case, the chocolate will eventually melt. So it's just like when you have a filling, chocolate filling something and it just melts into your mouth.
Basically,
it's just to give the recipe or the brownie a kick. to make it more delicious.
I can't wait. So yeah, right now it is in the oven. And how long is that going to take?
20 to 30 minutes. You need to know your oven. You need to understand your oven because
so it's important for every baker to understand their oven.
Yes, because obviously the first few rounds or the first round will probably be trial and error. So the second round is when you get to really know, okay, my oven is hotter up or hotter down. So if it's hotter up, I'll probably put my cake down so that the top doesn't burn, and so that if your oven's got fan, you make sure you turn on the fan so that this heat can circulate. So you need to really understand your oven. So 20 to 30, some people up to 40 minutes depending on your oven, but after 20 minutes is when you start checking. Don't open your oven before that. Okay. So that the heat can really circulate around.
All right. So for those who cannot, afford silicone, like the silicone plate we use. Yeah. And I've seen a few people use pots.
Yes, pots is made out of steel. Yes. You know? I know there's a traditional way of baking. Yes. Which is like with the sand, you put it on fire. And just, because what you really need is the heat.
We need that in school.
Yes, home economists. Yes. What you really need is the heat. Oh, okay. So that's the reason why they put sand, is so that the fire doesn't have direct contact with your butter. That's the reason why they put sand. But the sand would generate the heat and it's going to circulate. So
okay, so you also please let people know that you just do not put the flour directly on the sand.
No. You put it in a different pot. Come on. You put it in a different pot and put it on the sand. Okay. But to be safe, so you don't get sand into your butter, I think it's best you coat it with foil paper. You put it foil paper and stuff and just, put it on top.
Put it on top. Yes. Okay. And how long does that take?
Oh, that takes ages.
Oh, it takes ages. Oh,
thank God for the oven.
Thank God for the oven. Thank God for the oven. Yes. All right. Okay. So whilst we are waiting for our fudge brownies to, get ready. Yes, get fudgy.
Yeah.
We will be going on a quick commercial break. This is the Wake Up Nigeria show. Don't go anywhere. Mr. Lick. Welcome back. This is the Wake Up Nigeria show. All right, Ugochi Olugbo is standing by for the news updates.
Thank you very much, And barely 2 weeks after the redeployment of police to keep the peace on the Kaduna-Abuja highway, 31 suspected kidnappers have been arrested and paraded by the police. The police said the suspects have confessed to committing the crime. The locals at Katari community showed their gratitude to the police and promised to partner with the operatives to secure the area. Residents of Igondu have given PSP operators a 7-day ultimatum to vacate the Lasu-Isheri Road. This notice comes in the wake of the death of a chairmanship aspirant in the area. For years, PSP trucks have occupied Lasu-Isheri Road along the Lari and Oko filling areas close to the state's dump site. Residents of Igondu claim the indiscriminate parking of these trucks have caused loads of havoc in the area. Recently, a local government chairman aspirant in Igondu, Shakiru Balogun, died after a PSP truck crossed lanes and collided with his SUV close to the dump site. Beyond the accident, residents say the dump site poses a health risk to the people who live and carry out their businesses around the area. They now plead with the government to act fast before they take the law into their own hands. The 6 recently released students of the Lagos Model College Igbonla have reunited with their parents. The students who were released on Friday have been at the Lagos State Teaching Hospital where a series of tests were carried out on them. The 6 students reunited with their parents today after several hours of counseling by the hospital management. The parents would not speak to TVC News following a directive by the Deputy Governor that all interviews be done by the Ministry of Health or Education. And as the parents of the kidnapped students reunite with their children, lawmakers in the Lagos State House of Assembly say the only way out of the security challenge is for the state to fully control its waterways. They were reacting to a recent court judgment, which now gives Lagos and other riverine states the power to secure its waterways. They believe the huge security apparatus deployed by the state government on land, water and air will curb criminal activities in the metropolis. And that's the news. Back to you, Yomi and Titi.
You almost missed it there. Almost. Almost.
Thanks so much, Ugochi, for that.
Oh, wow. So a little update on newspaper headlines. On the Vanguard this morning, we have the headline, Jonathan's Abuja home looted. 3 policemen face trial. Well, apparently they carted away clothes, TV sets, fridges, and other items. They plan to sell those items in the second-hand markets in Abuja. Wow. Also, there's another headline here. Niger Delta out of talks with federal government by now if... ... This is from Clark at Pandev. And, of course, it says here, Buhari to Khan, your get well message is touching and thoughtful.
That's the cover of the Vanguard. Now, we have also Daily Sun this morning with the headline, Niger Delta blows hot. And then no restructuring, no Nigeria, says zoned leaders. And then will declare republic on October 1st. That's the Adaka Boro Avengers. Also, we have other stories here. Ekweremadu raises hope on restructuring. And then Bado. Police raid shrine, arrest Bale and 3 others. And then finally, we have here the Alu 4 court sentences ex-police officer, 2 others to death over Uniport students' murder. So that's it. And the papers this morning. And of course, after this, after the show, we have details in the papers.
On your view.
Yes.
Okay, so you know how it is on the 1st of the month, Yomi? It feels like you need to be extra pumped, you know, especially since it's the 8th month.
8th month, just 5 more months.
Yeah, in the year.
To the end of the year.
So if, for instance, you've not started what you plan to achieve this year, I think you better get on with it. Because next month is one of the Ember months. And everybody knows once the Ember months come in, you know,
yeah, of course,
the year is almost over.
Yeah, so whatever plans you're making, whatever you're doing, make sure that you get out there and make it happen.
It's about time for us to go on a break.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back, and of course, it's going to be a sports update, and Solo is right here.
Solomon,
what's going on?
Well, so much in the world of sports at the moment, Titi and Yomi. You know, Africa keeps winning the under-age tournaments, under 17, under 20. We keep doing well in all those age-grade competitions. But no country on the continent has got to the final of the Senior Men's World Cup.
Wow. Wow.
Not even the
It's
semi-final.
very strange. So what do you think? What do you think is the major problem here?
Well, what do I think? I think that's exactly what CAF is also thinking right now.
Yeah, trying to
figure out. So, and they want to take a step to see what they can do. They probably have to do their research to find out exactly what to do. And that's what, that's the big story here today. And the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has started making effort to curb age cheating in junior national teams. CAF says it will now explore all scientific and medical solutions that could eradicate the problem. Nigeria and Ghana share 7 under-17 FIFA World Cup titles, and Ghana also won the under-20 FIFA World Cup in 2009, yet no African country has reached the semi-finals of the Senior Men's World Cup. Now, an ongoing court case has delayed Kelechi Iheanacho's move from Manchester City to Leicester City. Representatives of First 11 management have arrived in England to attend a court hearing over a breach of contract by Iheanacho and English-based agency Stella Group. The Nigerian midfielder was alleged to have signed an agreement with Stella Group despite having an existing contract with First 11 management. Iheanacho has offered to pay his former agents £540,000 as out-of-court settlement, but the American-based agency is demanding £3 million, lots of money now. Jose Mourinho has confirmed that Nemanja Matic, of course, that move has been completed after the player passed his medicals yesterday. He has made a move for 3 years that could rise to as much as £40 million. Now, away from football, Nigeria will host the maiden edition of the Pentathlon Youth Olympics African qualifier in December this year. This was disclosed by the Nigeria Modern Pentathlon Federation. The Modern Pentathlon is an Olympic sport that comprises 5 events, including shooting, fencing, running, swimming, and horse riding. President of the Federation, Jonathan Nnaji, says Nigeria can successfully host the African qualifiers with the support of the Nigeria Olympic Committee. Back to Eagles, but the Eagles at home. Now, the camp of the home-based Super Eagles resumed on Monday ahead of the 2018 African Nations Championship qualifier against the Republic of Benin in August. Players were released to their club sides last weekend to feature in the Nigeria Professional Football League. Super Eagles technical advisor Gennaro is expected to join up with the team in Kano this week. And then the assistant coach Salisu Yusuf, who is also in charge of the China Eagles, says his players are motivated to qualify for the Chan tournament taking place in Kenya. Nigeria will be represented by a 12-man contingent at the World Athletics Championships holding in London starting this weekend. But with few days to the competition in London, the Athletics Federation of Nigeria is still sourcing for funds to pay for players' travel expenses. Athletes and officials are yet to secure their UK visas, with the championship starting on Friday. The AFN says there is no exact date for when the Nigerian athletes will be leaving. Only recently, Nigeria failed to compete at the Africa Junior Championships in Algeria, the IAF Under-18 Championships in Kenya, and the Commonwealth Youth Games in the Bahamas, all due to lack of funds. Very rich country, yet no funds to execute sporting events.
There's so much happening in the world of sports that I wasn't even aware of, you know, and hopefully they get those visas in time.
Well, I guess the problem they had at that time was because most of the sports federations were in transition. There was politics, elections and all of that. The boards were dissolved, so nobody to take responsibilities. The secretariat seemed not to have been functioning.
Wow.
Maybe that's an easy way to explain it.
All right.
All right,
but
thanks so much.
The board is there now.
Yeah.
And we're still having issues going to London.
Wow.
Oh, dear.
Thanks so much, Solomon, for that sports update. Very nice. Breezy.
Yeah, very breezy.
Yeah, it's a breakfast show here.
All right. So up next, we're going to take the weather and be right back.